How can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Hey, my name is Joe Metal and you're watching Ekasa TV. Keep watching and stay blessed. God bless you.
On what our premise already. The bit about the what was the other point? Okay, as in so the board did come out to state categorically. Now what I meant about the board hasn't we have the ban was an indefinite ban. Yeah. So it was an indefinite ban, we didn't give a limit. Unfortunately people misinterpreted it to mean a permanent ban. They misinterpreted indefinite to mean permanent. But indefinite means that you can be called in at any time. Now, as to when they are going to be called back is what we have not decided. And that has gone out of the jurisdiction of the old board because it's been dissolved and a new one has been reconstituted. So it is the duty of the new board, based on the facts that everything that has been presented, which they are all aware of, to now say, should we readmit them this year or not? But then again, there is an issue of the case which is already in the court. Now, there are, I mean, even though we are an industry, we are all citizens and we are subject to the laws of the country. And the bit of the gun bearing in, holding the gun in the public is a public offense by our law, in terms of our law. So the law took its own course, even without us even going to make an official complaint. Just as soon as the incident happened, the following day we were all summoned to come and give our statements and all of that. So the law is taking its own course. And again, it will, like you said, it will not be prudent for us to take a decision without understanding what is happening even on that front. So those are some of the uncertainties that we cannot speak to now. So we cannot answer that question now as they are coming in or not. So I'm sure by the time we are ready to roll out the event itself, we'll have more clarity on that. And of course in consultation with the new board and with the authorities as to the way forward. Because it's not going to be a decision on us alone. Now, the court is interested in the safety of the public. So if the court has not been reasonably satisfied that whatever is going on between these two artists is totally quelled, I'm sure that we will not be given the green light to move forward. So all of these things are not within our purview. We need to really have further discussions to know the way forward. So that's to do with as to when they are going to be readmitted if. The bit about the security, the gun on premises. As a matter of fact, we do, this event has run for 20 years. And we have put adequate security measures in place. But this incident showed us that we need to do more. Prior to this incident, there hadn't been any need to do, because security can be from here to there. It's a broad spectrum of things you can do to enhance security. And it depends on the security threats that you are facing. Even let's talk about even terrorist attacks. As we are as Ghanaians, we are walking around with adequate security. But as soon as there's a hint of a terror attack, everything is boosted up and you now get the checks everywhere. But you don't get checks everywhere every day. So security is not something that you do 100% all the time, unless there are risk factors and there are threats. So we have not had cause over the years. As you have said, so many thieves have happened in the past, and even this didn't happen. So sometimes it takes an incident for you to realize that, okay, we need to move our security to a next level. So it was a learning curve for all of us. And that's why we said that there was a security breach. We did have security in place. Otherwise, why did the police appear on stage? Why were they being separated? How were we able to restore calm within 30 minutes or 15 to 20 minutes, and the event came back on air within 30 minutes? So obviously, and why were patrons still there, waiting for the show to end? Why didn't the whole place empty? We still had more than 2/3 of the audience still waiting for the show to continue. So that shows you that they saw that something was being done about the situation. So it was not as if we had no security in place. There was adequate security in place, as we have always done. But lessons have been learned, and security will be boosted further, working more closely with the security agencies. I mean, they were all taken by surprise. So they are all showing interest, and we are all planning to work better this year to make sure that this doesn't happen again. The bit about the guy that was handed on stage was actually handed to him by his personal security detail, which was actually an official security detail. So it wasn't even, he didn't walk in himself with it on his body. He went through, they went through the regular scanners. We used the handheld scanners. We didn't use the full body scanners. But now, all of that is going to be rolled out because we have to now, I mean, there's going to be bag scanners, body scanners. I mean, we'll scan you and you'll be tired, you'll be begging us. You know? But there was no need for all of that. But now, we are all having a heightened sense of security, and we feel that we should do that. It's good for all of us. I mean, we have to ensure the safety of our patrons and go to all lengths to ensure that. So, subsequently, when you come for the events, we'll be asking you to please bear with us. Please bear with us, remove your shoes. Open your bag, you know, stretch your arms. You know, we'll want all of that. But it wasn't, we did have security. Okay. So there's a difference between not having and not having adequate or there being a breach. And that's the way we want to say there was a breach of the security we had in place. I mean, you can put anything in place. I mean, 911 happened because it was a breach. You know, you may have done everything, but somebody will find a loophole and that becomes a breach. And then that means that next time you take cognizance of that and you work better. So that was basically what happened. So we've taken our lessons from that, and we will ensure that there's better enhanced security. I think so. Those, I don't know that the two issues you raised have been addressed. Halifax. No. It's worse than. That's why it was an indefinite. Yeah, it's worse than. That is why it was an indefinite. Indefinite means that for now you are not part of it. We will have further discussions to see the way forward. It's not our intention to remove artists from the scheme. It's not our intention at all. But we rather need to find, what we intend to do is find the best punishment for the artists for what they did. And so immediately you are banned from the scheme while we figure out how long we're able to. So there is something as an indefinite suspension, and that we allow the discretion to exercise that, you know. But it is the duration is what is going to be announced. Yeah. So please allow us that discretion.